everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Digitain podcast. Many of you might wonder what really goes on behind the scenes when Digitain announces about our major partnerships. Today, we have invited our partners to discuss with them the strategy on how to make these collaborations particularly successful. I am Ani Mkrtchyan, Chief Sales Officer of Digitain, and today's episode is about our latest partnership with Winmasters, a prominent brand with over a decade of experience in the iGaming industry. And to help me guide today's session, we have a very special moderator, someone whom you know from the world of football and beyond. Please join me in welcoming our moderator for today, our brand ambassador, legendary football player, Luís Figo.
Hello, Ani. Thank you very much for the warm introduction. Of course, this is a new experience for me, but I'm very happy to be here and guide you in today's discussion. I'm sure our listeners will also enjoy getting an inside look at how this partnership works. So let's do it.
Thank you so much, Luís. We are very excited about you joining for our very first episode and podcast for today. And allow me to introduce you to our partners for today, Christos, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Winmasters brand, and Thanos, who is Head of Product of Winmasters. Welcome, gentlemen, and thank you for joining our podcast today.
Thank you for inviting us, and special thanks to you, Luís Figo, for being our moderator today. We are excited to be here and share our perspective of our partnership.
Thank you, Ani, and thank you, Thanos and Christos, for joining us. So let's start from the beginning. I have a question to Winmasters. Changing technology providers is always a very big decision, I can imagine. Why and how did you decide to go with Digitain?
Couple of years ago, while we were visiting ICE in London, at that time we were actively looking for a turnkey solution provider and switch from our current one. So passing by the booth of Digitain, we initially met with Zohrab, your Digitain chief of Sportsbook, and chat together for all the Digitain solutions. A year later, we renewed our meeting, and along with our management team, our CEO Thomas Jokas, Mr. Vardanyan, and the Digitain team, we agreed in February 2024 to kick off this partnership. And I think the foundation behind it was the common vision, the chemistry between the two teams and the two organizations, and the common goals on the growth and the future expansion plans that we all have. And I think that was the time that we kicked off this partnership and already running on it.
You did the right decision for sure. Ani, I'd like to hear from you as well, from Digitain's perspective, how this collaboration with Winmasters begin, and what made it an exciting opportunity for your team?
Well, actually, we have been following the journey of Winmasters for such a long time, and we have been impressed not only about the multi-jurisdictional and successful operation of Winmasters, but also about the core team behind the operation, people who are armed with knowledge, skills, and experience of the market and of their industries. And of course, on the other hand, there was the strategy of Digitain about expansion into the Eastern European market, in particular Greece and Romania. So we have investigated how our products and solutions can be helpful for Winmasters brand. And this is how the collaboration and the first discussions and negotiations began. We wanted to upgrade the solutions and the products that Winmasters has been using back then through our state-of-the-art Centrivo Dynamics platform, our proprietary sportsbook that has more than 20 plus years of experience in the iGaming industry, our all-in casino engine, our PCI DSS certified paid ROM product. On the other hand, in answer to your question, why this collaboration was particularly exciting for the teams, because we were not talking about just a mere migration or a discussion with just another operator. It was about interesting dialogue and discussion with people who have experience and expertise in their local market. So it was more of an experience sharing session. It was about creation of working groups, having different dialogues, discussions, etc., etc. So this made for our team particularly interesting to collaborate with people with team from Winmasters.
Great. Let's talk now about Sportsbook. The highlights of Digitain's portfolio, Thanos and Christos. Which features made the biggest difference for you?
Besides the fact that our business is casino-driven during the last years, one of the main reasons we decided to migrate to Digitain was their powerful sportsbook product. When we visited the Digitain offices in Yerevan, we recognized the powerful trading team. It is one of the major strengths of Digitain. Also, the open-minded approach in terms of the feeds and the sources of Sportsbook. And lastly, very innovative features such as the odds bombs, the sports jackpots that we are using as USPs in our markets.
Very interesting. Ani, how did the collaboration help Digitain? Can you give us any statistics or insights of that collaboration?
Of course. First of all, it's about breaking the common misconception and stereotype that upon the migration of an operation, you will see a decrease and decline of the business. Generally, there is a belief, I would say there is a stereotype that after the migration, you will lose 45% of the operation of the business. And unfortunately, many of the providers take advantage out of this. But after the migration of Winmasters, we have seen tremendous growth trajectory. We have seen 60% growth of their GGR during the very first 2 months of the migration. We have seen a record hit of their performance, as well as the deposit volume and an active players database. The numbers and figures, of course, speak louder about the importance of these partnerships, and of course helping us to break the stereotype about the migration and the fear of the migration that most of the operators have. This means that having migration and collaborating with Digitain on our platform using our products and solutions, you as an operator will not only have a decline or decrease of your business, but you will also have a growth. So Winmasters, not only being a truly trusted long-term and strategic partner for Digitain, helping us to expand into Eastern Europe even further, but is also a great example how migration to Digitain's platform and solution can be a guarantee of proper growth and development for any existing brand.
Yeah, I'm sure that the relation will be stronger and stronger. Same question to you, Thanos and Christos. How did the collaboration help in your business? And if you have any plans to expand more with Digitain?
The collaboration so far is truly remarkable. The willingness of the team to develop things, to be open-minded, is also leading us to think out of the box, which is a very important part of our growth. Also, the Centrivo and the flexibility it gives us is contributing a lot towards our growth.
Well, in reality, in just a couple of months, we have already launched 2 new brands in Romania, King Casino and 12xBet, on top of the existing Winmasters and Pariuri Plus brands that were already active. And of course, when it comes to market expansion, we have already plans in place to launch in 1 more regulated market in Europe. And of course, we rely on Digitain supports and commitment to make this true and realize it.
Very nice. It's always good to listen that when it's like a partnership, a win-win partnership of both companies. And at the beginning of the episode, we promise to be very open and transparent with our listeners. So here is a honest question for all of you. If is there anything you could change or add to make this partnership even better?
Well, from our side, I would like to highlight that from the very beginning of the partnership, we have dedicated tremendous amount of resources, time, energy, and efforts for Winmasters, because we understood that it's not a simple migration or a change of a platform for Winmasters. It was clear from the very beginning that Winmasters is not just a multi-jurisdictional operation. It's a well-established brand with 10 years of experience in the industry. And it's not about migrating them to our platform and ensuring the continuation of their business. Of course, that was not enough. It was about ensuring growth and development of their operation and business with us. That was the task from the very beginning. That's why I would say that from this perspective, I will not change anything, because everything was from our side at its maximum. Maybe what I would really change was the start date of the partnership, because we have spent huge amount of time on discussions, negotiations, etc., etc. From the sales perspective, I would say that I would wish we could start earlier and allocate this time and energy on various discussions to earlier launch and start, so we could have better and better results earlier. Obviously, this is the only thing that I would change in our partnership, in the start of the partnership.
Well, Luis, from our side, there are endless things we should add based on our common research and development outcome. And of course, the product roadmap that we have in place and already running. What though I would like to keep is the same level of honesty, dedication, and cooperation spirit that we started from the very first beginning, and this to last throughout the years of our partnership.
Great. So right now we finish with all the questions. I just wanted to thankful Ani, Thanos, and Christos for this time. I think was very interesting. But all the listeners, if you want to ask all of them anything about this partnership, you just have to write your questions in the comments, and they will reply to some of them after the podcast.
Okay, Luis, I will take advantage and ask a question to our partners, because we discussed about Sportsbook, but in reality, our collaboration is a full platform solution. So I want to know from your experience, how did Digitain products have elevated your players' experience in general?
Well, Ani, our ultimate goal as Winmasters is to provide the best user experience. Towards that direction, we saw a lot of value in the product of Digitain, especially on the casino part, where the front end is truly flexible. We can create all the lobby with widgets. That is what we are offering now to our users and has contributed a lot to our growth. Also, the new bonus engine that was created by Digitain, including, I think, all the bonuses available in the market, is truly remarkable. And finally, the fully native app, which increased the loyalty of our users to use our services every day on a native app.
Thank you, Thanos, for a very comprehensive answer. And Christos, a question to you, considering the importance of payments for any successful operation, how was the experience with our PCI DSS certified paid-on product?
Well, payments, as you said, are very important. The migration to paid-on was a complete success, and we managed to make an end-to-end transfer of our existing solutions to the cashier of paid-on. While at the same time, post-migration, we see an increase on the deposit volumes, on the card acceptance ratios, and of course, the availability of integrated payment solutions for existing and new markets. So I would say it was a very nice work done throughout the way.
Thank you, Christos. Luis, you can continue from here.
And now we go to the fun part. I'll ask a few blitz questions, and you need to answer the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay?
Let's go.
Okay, let's start. One word to describe your experience working with Digitain so far to Winmasters.
Well, I would say inspiring.
One word to describe your experience working with Winmasters so far, Ani.
Promising.
Oh, okay. I thought that you already had a fantastic experience, but
I would change it to fantastic.
okay, another one. A surprising thing you have learned from working together for both.
Well, for us, a very nice habit is practicing on my toast while raising my glass over dinners, which I really love for the Armenian culture.
Yeah, that is true. And you, Ani?
Well, one can push even harder than us. It's about you.
For both too, so one word to describe what players expects the most today.
I think everything. Everything is one word.
I think entertainment.
Good. One lesson from this collaboration you will take to future projects.
From our side, I think dedication and hard work are the fundamental areas for success on both sides.
I would say that the key to success is only shared goals and unified vision.
Good. Another one word to describe the iGaming industry in 2025.
Challenging. Challenging.
Saturated.
And last one, what advice or wishes do you have for each other?
Let me start. I would wish for our technology partner to continue the same way and grow, because if they grow, we will grow. Our faith now in the following years is tied together.
I would say that the open dialogue is the most important thing between the provider and operator. So please never stop doing it. You're very good at it. Please never stop having open dialogue with us about your market needs, market specifics, etc. And of course, the wish will be open up new jurisdictions together, as many as possible.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks for your answers. That was a wrap for today's episode. A big thank you to Ani, Thanos, and Christos for sharing your honest thoughts and experience. I hope I help you show the full value and impact of this collaboration, and I want to wish you the best of success and to work together for both companies in the present and the next future too.
Thank you, Luís. It was our absolute pleasure to have you as our moderator today. Thank you, Christos. Thank you, Thanos, for joining our very first episode at Digitain podcast.
Thank you, Ani, for your invitation. It was actually a very big honor for us to be part of your first video podcast. And special thanks to Luís for hosting this event and shooting the questions and all the collaboration between us. Thank you very much, Luís.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to all our listeners, we do hope that today's conversation was insightful. We tried to take you through the journey of how the collaboration happened and expanded with Winmasters. Stay tuned because we are going to have more series and uncover more partnerships with Digitain.